Ito po, Virgo. Ito po yung pattern na ito is Virgo. Ito po is Rainy Boy. Ito po, Katiapo, and Lips. Ito po yung tali-tali. Mas yung hirap nila ini, panodo din ini.
Poste yan, poste. Hindi, tambor. Yan yung ano. Yan, yan. So, ito yung dati namin ginagamit ng microphone, ng metal. Ito siya, yung gamit namin. Adan, ginagamit niya sa pamilya. Pagtawag sa mga tao. Halimbawa, mayroon na kami issue na namagaling datos.
Galing ano?
Sa solo ka. Diyan. Paliwan mo sa sabi ng pinagdadatuwa ko yan. Yung bangin mo
Yung gamit mo ako ng malaki. May nagbigan sa akin.
Oo, wala ako niyan.
Si Tita May, yung malaki.
Yung mga mura na.
Saan niya?
Yung gano'n. Usually, pang design niya, nakikita ko yung sa born. Yes. Kung kayo dalawa dyan.
Okay. 5, 4, 3.
Sir, can you please discuss to us ano po ba yung naging inspiration for the creation of Likha?
Likha is about gathering the traditional arts and crafts practitioners of the Philippines. So, back then when the First Lady was the First Lady of Ilocos Norte, we started helping the craftsmen, like the weavers, the carvers, and everything, to uplift their lives, and to preserve and conserve traditional crafts. And it was fun. It was very fulfilling. And so now that she's First Lady, so we said, why don't we do it for the rest of the country? So we started Likhawan a year ago. And we started with weavers. And then we said, let's do another Likha for Independence Day. And this time we involved all the disciplines of traditional arts and crafts. what inspired us is because we just discovered that when you put people of like minds together, you don't really need government intervention or any economic intervention. If they talk among each other, they solve their own problems. Give you an example. Sabi ng taga Maranao, paano mag-dye ng blue? Sabi ng tigyan na nasa north, what you do? So, just among them, they solve each other's production problems, supply problems. So now we're involving more and more people in different stages.
Sir, how were the 87 craftsmen selected? Ano po ba yung criteria na kailangan nilang maabot to qualify for this year's event?
First, at times, siya na lang natira na practitioner. So, definitely, intensive care unit yan. You need to help them. At times naman, there's no more market, so you need to revive it. You need to revive the tradition. At times, they're the best in their crafts, like the Gamaba awardees. So we invite them to serve as inspirations to this new craftsman. That this is the pinnacle of being the best craftsman. So it's a different mix of craftspeople that we work with. We work with in our own businesses, and in our own homes.
So speaking of, you mentioned na parang minsan na kailangan i-ICU na yan,
Oo.
i-revive. So gano'n kalaking tulong po yung ganitong mga events to make sure na hindi mamamatay yung kultura, yung tradisyon, and at the same time, to make sure that different areas of our country are well represented.
So, first, it helps because we bring in together people of like minds that I was telling you about. And for you to sustain these kinds of products or crafts, you need to be informed. Information is the key. You let people aware that meron palang ganito. So we can use it in our daily lives. The only way for it to be sustainable is for us to use it daily. In our daily lives. Hindi lang siya pang costume, hindi lang siya pang museum. So, making this awareness will make it relevant today. And we expose them to designers and to other agencies that can help them transform their crafts to something that's palatable for these days. And I always say tradition for it to be sustainable is that it says its ability to change. If tradition cannot change, then kakatawid. It cannot be sustainable.
At gaano kahalaga na mag-preserve siya?
Gaano kahalaga na mag-preserve siya? Because this is our culture. This is who we are as people. We are doing this because it's our identity as Filipinos. A lot of young people forgot about these things already. It's about time to bring it back and be proud Filipinos again. Ating ito.
So, ano kaya po papatuloy?
We'll do it forever. As much as somebody will support us, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. You, individual people, can start helping us by using traditional crafts every day. It can just be an earring, a bracelet, a part of your sleeve. The thing is, you're supporting the Filipino craft.
So can you share to us at least some success stories, how they help these artists, craftsmen,
Right.
and their stories. Especially yung masasabi nyo na ICU na, yung mga wala na kasi revive.
Yeah. For example, now we have 3 sections. The first section is always our newbies. The newbies, we sponsor everything, their tickets, their everything. Some of them never left their barrios. It's the first time they even fly out. So from there, there's a laboratory. We help them, we pair them with designers, and they come out with products that can be sold. And now in stage 2, let's see them here. This is from here, from there. When we started with them, they only had a shelf full of products. Now they can fill up You can wheel up a whole 6x3 booth. The colors have changed. Mas bago na, mas bata, mas ginagamit. So those are little success stories. Then if you go around, you'll see people, you see young people using it. Starting slowly.
Meron po bang specific special features ngayong taon na iba dun sa mga nakaraang taon?
Ang special feature ngayong taon is for the first time we're inviting 10 government agencies and an NGO. One would be a public authority's office, o negosyo. We even have TESDA. They're all there. We have TESDA, Design Center Philippines, ITEM, DTI, DAR, and all those agencies that will manage the daily town hall meetings in the morning. So craftsmen can ask the government for change, how can you help us? How can you help our promotions? How can you solve our supply chain? Bakit? Wala na kaming kahoy na ika-carve, pero bawal. So saan kami kukuha? What are the alternatives? So these are things that hopefully we can address in this new link.
Gano'n ka maipagmamalaki itong mga crafts natin sa buong mundo?
When you buy craft and when you buy handmade items, you're not just buying the piece. You are buying a story of the lives of each of the people and hands that created this product. When you see one piece, hindi lang naman siyang gumawa. May farmer na nagtanim ng pinya. Ang asawa niya, in-strip niya yung pinya. Ginawa niya ng damit. So, the trickle-down effect in using slow fashion or handmade items is great. You don't only have one person. You have a community. You buy a piece of their life. Because more than the piece, you buy their story. And it feels better compared to a t-shirt that was bought for 150, machine made. And it will last more and longer than any.
Kung ipagsasabayan sa mga gawa ng ibang bansa sa buong mundo, gano'n ka maipagmamalaki?
Gaano natin magmamalaki? Yun ang kulang. Kailangan natin i-educate lahat ng tao to be proud of what we have. Why can we buy some kumot from Belgium for $5,000? We're in the process is the same in naghahabi ng kumot here in the Philippines that we only want to pay for 2,000 pesos. That's the big disparity. So it's a matter of changing your mind, and you in the press can help us because we educate them that yes, we have this thing, it's handmade, and we're proud to have it.
Pero pagdating sa quality and yung ganda, kaya natin kapagsabayan.
Oh yes, that is how we choose people who are now here in Likha. We assure you that their quality is the best you can find in the Philippines.
Sir, we have this. How important is the support of the First Lady in this project? I understand she is very interesting.
It's very, very important because as First Lady, the fact that you see the wife of the President supporting and wearing all these things, it's well enough, and that's how important it is. You don't have to be the rara and go to the President to do all these things. You just have to wear it. You just have to use it. You do your part. And her office is very, very supportive in this event. She's the best conduit to all the agencies and to all the supporters.
Thank you, sir.
the best artisans, mga craftsmen to take part in this event?
Okay, so I think we should remember Likha 3, this is the third year of Likha. So one of the challenges is, I think, how to level it up to something new every season. And when we started out Likha 1, it was all textiles and tapestries. And the year after, in-involve na namin ang iba pang crafts and artisans of the Philippines. Now this year, you'll notice that one big challenge is how do we ensure that we are able to serve our artisans well, and they were able to be really provided by our national government agencies, and for them to have that sort of inspiration when they join Likha, there's something to look forward to. Maganda dito kasi the challenge is not to the artisans but within us, ano ang value added that we will offer again to them and also to the growing public. The Likha was already overwhelming for all of us. And Likha 2, there were some breakthroughs. Some of them took off to new businesses, the others did collaboration, the others did experimentation, with regards to their source materials, even to their patterns and to their products. So, every year, more people are inquiring, paano sila makaka-join na Likha. But we're always looking at also possibilities, like this has not been done yet, in terms of product. At the same time, the region is not well represented. There are new patterns or new combinations that they're trying to experiment on. Another thing is, sineselect din natin if they have the right personality for Likha. What I mean, a big consideration are the ethical standards that they do Likha with us. You uphold fair trade, fair practices. It's not challenge. Hindi na yung katabi mo yung tinitignan mo challenge yourself. And the tradition should be carried on. Yung aming consciousness that Likha should be a value-added opportunity for everybody. Yun din yung gusto namin na impress sa kanila na when you join Likha, you challenge yourself, what's your value-added from the old traditions of your ancestors. Kasi kung paulit-ulit, hindi ko na naman the same pattern, the same color, the same size, the same proportion, I think should go beyond that. We should be able to converse and through different disciplines para ma-appreciate tayo that our heritage process is really for the everyday.
And how does this help in promoting the products, the arts of our country to other countries? Kasi kung halimbawa, masyadong makaluma, yung sinasabi nyo nga po na there's no value added.
Yes.
Anong nangyayari? Is there a tendency for it to die in its own death? Ano po ba?
Ang nangyayari kasi, the moment we challenge them, you see, we already realized now with this new format of the country, may tatlong sections. So we have the newbies, yung mga new discoveries na. Then the graduates last year again. At tapos yung nag-graduate, lahat sila, they're able to collab already, work closely with high-end brands, furniture, fashion, jewelry. So you see the translation of a very traditional practice and expression into something that's great and industry. So it's this time na we have to make sure that the traditions are translated and interpreted well. So it's interpreted that it's understood in the contemporary market, it's priced well in contemporary markets. The young people are very comfortable with this new interpretation, but old expression. So those are things that we make sure if you will venture into a bigger network, a global network, you have to be well equipped as well with government frameworks. Nandiyan ang IPO, nandiyan ang Design Center, nandiyan ang SITEM, nandiyan ang NCCA. So all of this, what I would like to impress on them, your world is not just your little sitio in far-fetched, far-flung province. Your world is an ecosystem of government, of community, of your family, your past, your present, your future. Talagang sabay-sabay yan. It's a confluence of different dimensions and we provide them here in Link-Up.
Siguro sir, message mo na lang sa mga may mga brands, sa mga designers na collaborate with our platform. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is really a dream for us, not only branded fashion designers, but even construction, even interior design, even urban planners. This is where you will be able to get the right inspiration in terms of the Filipino sensitivity to our expressions. So patterns, colors, volume, proportion, no, you will, kasi dito mahahasa ang mata mo sa likha. Because all of these are really homegrown, grounded, indigenous, traditional expressions. So Likha will be here until the 11th of June, and we're expecting really a big crowd on this forthcoming weekend. No? So Saturday, Sunday, we expect a lot of fashion designers to come in, interior designers to come in, and hoping that they will also get stocks from all of these artisans. But at the same time, ang gusto rin namin is really for them to have that keen eye, that sensitivity. So these are the patterns and combinations of Ilocos. So these are the fun combinations of, the Yakan of Mindanao. So we hope it's really a learning episode for them as well. Not just a product that's concrete, but what's the workings behind that particular product. Something that they should apply. So that when they do projects in Mindanao, in Ilocos, in Visayas, it's that sensitivity they bring home because they learn a lot of it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, can we just get your
I'm wearing the necklace.
Ay, ang ganda.
Puntang fiesta.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda niya. Fiesta, oh. Ang ganda.
Puntang fiesta.
Teka lang.
Yeah, tapos bigyan mo po, yung reels po niya is gugulong-gulong po siya.
Ay, talaga? Kumukulong talaga.
Siguro ang mahal yan.
Opo.
Ano magkano?
Fetching po.
18 ko. Siya, lagi
Ito yung maliit.
Yun na lang mataas.
Saan na ulit na kayo?
Dito ate.
So may logo? May logo na kayo.
Dito para background.
So, ano na yun? Giving red condition.
So, nasa lang pa I don't think he wasn't able to connect.
So, whatever
say, take it as necessary documents.
Yes, yes.
Yun ang demonstration ko sa yan yung isang ano,